Hey there, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and jump right into any possible disturbing energies that can disrupt your flow between now and February 14th. All right, Saggies, let's get into it. Four of Pentacles. Okay. I am going to note that that came out upside down, reversed, which I don't typically read. With this deck in particular, no matter how many times I put everything upright when I'm shuffling, there are always a few stragglers that tend to come out reversed, which I'm just kind of taking from universe, and I'm supposed to read them that way, so I will do so. All right, guys, so what I'm seeing here is for Sagittarius, with the Four of Pentacles, you guys may be worried about money for the next couple of weeks. So you may be buckling down and trying to restrict your spending, which means that, for some of you, this means that you will not be able to do some things that you normally like to do, like go out to eat as much or travel or whatever it is. You may be feeling for the next couple of weeks you need to kind of, just stay at home and just save the money. Okay. Now this can affect this Page of Wands, which for some of you, I feel like this is a dating capacity situation. Okay. So for some of you, it's like, you want to go out, you want to see people, but because of your financial situation, you may be feeling like, yeah, I better just kind of wait on that. And so there may be some anxiety surrounding that for you, where you're like, well, if I, am not able to, go out with this person or go out and see this person, take this person out, maybe there will be a loss there, where this person may not want to go further with you. So that's for some of you. For others, this has to do with feeling like you don't have enough money to be able to pursue the things that you're passionate about. So, if you're an artist, maybe this means that you don't have the money right now to be able to get the supplies that you would generally need. So, for a lot of artists, creativity is a coping mechanism, right? It's something, it's a passion that you derive a lot of peace of mind from. And some stability with. So if you don't have, the funds to be able to feed that, that can cause some anxiety for you guys as well. I'm also getting for some of you that this Page of Wands has to do with a message about some kind of maybe event that you may have been part of or going to, that will not come to fruition. It's going to be canceled because of financial issues. All right, so here we have the Page of Pentacles, and this makes sense with that. Some of you guys may be fearing the loss of a job. There may be a lot of layoffs going on around you, and so some anxiety might be there of, oh my God, what if they let me go? How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to pay my rent? So there's a lot of anxiety about that. Some of you may be thinking just kind of in general, I got to get a different kind of job because this is just not paying my bills. This is not, serving the way that I need it to. And so there's going to be stress there, worried about having to find a new job that pays better. For some of you, this has to do with, again, like a dating situation with the Page of Pentacles. That's one of my date cards. So, you may be kind of holding off on even trying to go out with anybody, again, similar to that Page of Wands, because you're like, I just don't have the money. And, what kind of date can I be? What kind of prospect can I be if, I'm not going to have money to be able to go out and do anything, so there's that kind of anxiety associated with that as well. Now here with the Lovers card is not always just about an actual lover or like a romantic relationship. This is also about having to make decisions that initiate some kind of change. That's what you got, that the snake there biting, his leg. This is about having to initiate change, which requires decision making. So for some of you, you may be having to make some decisions here based on the fact that you don't feel like you have enough money. So for some of you, this is going to be, about things like IRAs and investments and, just kind of moving finances around to be able to support, perhaps like a retirement or, just how to make your money go further. Okay, so that's going to be for some of you guys having to make decisions regarding that. So the switching around of things. For others, this is going to be, like, do I need to get a new job? Do I need to get a second job? Do I need to move? Am I paying too much for rent? Am I paying too much for this car? It's going to be a lot about finances and making decisions about what you need to change to be able to balance that for yourself. All right, let's see what else we need to look at here. Knight of Cups. Okay. So Knight of Cups, makes a lot of sense. That's about, taking action with what you love. So again, for some of you, this may be disturbed because you don't have the finances or you're worried about the finances. And so you're not able to pursue what you love, be that, a person with dating, or be that, art supplies or supplies in general, things like that, going out. It's just going to be kind of put on pause for the next couple of weeks for some of you. And if we take this as like the advice of how to make this kind of, or how to get through this trying time, this would be about like, okay, well, maybe I don't have the money to go do this and that, but what do I have around me that's not going to really cost me anything or much at all, that could still help me feel like I'm pursuing something that I love? Okay. So whether that's reading or, watching your favorite movies or just spending time with friends at home, things of that nature, cooking at home, with what you have, there are many things that you can do here that will help you feel, a little bit more stabilized with the money situation, but also, a little bit less worried about finding some kind of joy and some kind of balance, even though you don't have the funds in your mind to do so. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. If you would like a one-on-one reading with me, please feel free to message me at the email address below. And please like, subscribe, and share with anybody who you think it might benefit. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Bye.